Hmm.
There you go.
Am I live?
Oh, there it is.
Here I am.
There it is.
Here we are.
Now you are.
There I am. We're gonna keep this going. No? Okay.
No, that was it.
You were done?
Mm,
Well, that ain't good.
I think we kind of dragged it out too far.
Did we?
Maybe.
Don't we always drag it out too far? Like, you gotta think. Like, some jokes we just run into the ground, and some things we say and jokes I make, like how I talk about how the bees will be great and then make more bee related puns, or yeah, or talk about how we have
Don't co-sign that shit.
or talk about how we sell meat shed triple threat flags and a grill.
I co-sign the shit.
What? I co-signed the meat.
You co-sign the shit.
I You got the sheds and the triple threat. Remember, you're the one with the triple threat flags.
Let's get on with this.
I gotta get the show shared still.
Sunday night.
Sunday night. Yeah, we don't ever do a Sunday night show.
We got 12 people.
Yeah, but I still gotta remember to share it to the rest of the pages that I cover that people know I'm a thing up. Because I'm doing that thing where like I have a lot to say and I'm really excited. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right, almost there. Trying to get my phone back unlocked. Thank you. Perfect. All right, we are live tonight here from our usual location. It's undisclosed. Yep, nobody knows where we are,
Where we're at, though.
and that's what all matters the most is that we know where we are, and yeah. So here we go. Let me copy the invite link. There's always like 10 million things to do at once at the start of a show. Ross,
That's me.
how was your weekend?
It's not quite over yet, I guess.
I mean, we got
It was
about
like
2.5 hours,
Sunday
3.
night show, Jay.
The last Sunday night show I did.
Yeah. Have we ever done one?
We have. I think we've done one for every night of the week.
At some point.
Yeah, we've touched every night of the week. Yeah,
My weekend was pretty good.
yeah.
It was pretty
Same here, actually. I thought it was a
good.
pretty
Kid's birthday party yesterday.
kid's birthday party yesterday.
Got some stuff today.
Nice.
Some new stuff for the house.
Hey, man, it's always good when you can work on home, you know?
Good to go.
Good to go. I like it, dude. I like it a lot. Glad to see you putting in the work this weekend. Me, I was putting in the work as well, as Team Blunt Talk was actually busy this weekend. TBT was busy, and let me tell you, I have to say, Ross, this new venture that we decided to jump into, I'm pretty optimistic about it. Today we didn't go live, so there's no stream. Don't hit me up saying where's the film and all that. I got the film. I just can't show it to you guys because we went and covered a wedding. Yeah, a wedding. First time ever, Team Blunt Talk presents a wedding. Shout out to the Fultons for their wedding today. We were glad to be there and cover it. We, as in me, the royal me. When I say we, usually I mean us, but like the royal us. Ross sometimes, Tyler well sometimes too. But you know, TBT, we're doing weddings now. If you're looking to get married and need someone to film your wedding, we can go live. We can film it straight up. Any way you want it, that's the way you get it. From Team Blunt Talk. Yeah, I made a Journey reference. I'm lame. Yeah, it was coming. But if you need something done, we're serious. We're expanding now. That's one of the things we're going to talk about tonight is what has been, what's now, and what's to come. You know, years ago, Ross, when I was filming games on Survivors, someone told me that you should try to film the games for all the teams and ask them to pay you and all that. And I was like, man, it's hard to afford flags. It's hard to afford players to play. It's hard to afford gear. It's hard to afford jerseys. No, not many people pay any more for money than they have to. Like, come on, it's a little too much, you know. And I only filmed Survivors games because that was my friends, that was my family, that was my blood. I was the media guy for them. And then over time, I became them and the Ducks, and then I quit for a bit because I wanted to be a player. I wanted to be an athlete. I felt like I could be a star in the WCFFL, maybe make some moves on the circuit. I thought after my performance against BC the year before that the potential to be an A bracket player was there for me. And, I just wanted to try to get on there and see what I could do. Run with the Red Knights, maybe fly with the Ducks, join Too Much Talent. I could have been with ADR. Could you imagine if I was with ADR as a player? How loaded that line would have been?
Yeah.
Bro. So much over time, bro. But I got out of live streaming, or filming, I should say, at the time. Because back then, live, the first time I saw live was like late 2015. They introduced it. And I thought, okay, that's pretty cool. You're just watching someone's like public event or something. That's cool. And then one day I was bored. I was in my car and I was sitting there watching a Survivor's Top Gun game. I was like, you know what? Let's go live. And so we shot it from the car. Not the best footage. There's no commentary. That was the first time that we had a live game shown in Washington County. And around the same time was when Jaya Mia started it. And, I was watching her do it at Hagerstown in 2016. And I thought to myself, that looks really fun. And that thought process kind of ran through the next season, especially seeing guys like Tyler, Damian, Regan, and all them doing it at county sometimes. And I was like, that looks really awesome. I want to try it out. And so I started filming games just because it looked fun. And the first game I did, I've already talked about a billion times, Broad Axe Red Knights. Probably the greatest game in county history. Like, that is what drove me to do what I do today. Like, the love of that game. And for the first couple years, like, I didn't think much of what I did. I looked at it as I was bored. I need something to do on weekends. I'd kind of been in hell at work for about a year and needed some kind of escape from all of it. And this was my way of getting out and just helping myself out and everything else, feeling better about life. So I enjoyed it. I ran with it. And after we launched Uncut, actually, Uncut was the second show. Mm-hmm. After we did Uncut, me, you, and Tyler in the garage all those years ago, I sat there and after looking at what we did in Washington County that year, which when we put up season 2 of Washington County Flag Football Live Uncut soon, you all will love it. A lot of great stuff from that time. A lot of things said back then that are interesting. A lot of good games that happened in that 2018 spring season. Mm-hmm. A lot of memories. You'll get a look at where me, Tyler, and Ross collaborated, found our niche, and did what we're doing today. And, that season got me thinking, what if we can start covering sport events and just do it and see where it goes? And, early on, I signed up. I went with Gettysburg, Summer Classic. And, yeah. I remember no more cell phone and had to, yeah. But I bought the S9 at the time because I had the money for it. And to this day, it's my streaming phone. And it's worked like a charm ever since. Knock on. And so, we did that. We did Charm City that year too. That was a good time. That kind of really got me really invested. I loved watching the circuit ball. I saw there was a great game with Strong Island and Mayhem I enjoyed. And then, I had some issues that fall. I had an injury problem. I had an ego problem. I had laundry list of problems. And the culmination of that, I'll get into that story one day. That's too much to tell for now. And the culmination of that was I was like, I just want to focus on building what I started last year with what we didn't really call ourselves anything. Like the concept of blunt talk just kind of came from the show. Like people just started calling us blunt talk.
Mhm.
And so I just said, yeah, we're blunt talk media. We're team blunt talk. And so essentially we became blunt talk. And I wanted to start traveling.
I didn't even want to start streaming games. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when you first asked me, I was like, I don't want to do this.
I was a thing. Like, sorry.
I
Appreciate
tried
it.
to get Moats to do it.
A lot of
Moat told us to do it.
that would have been intriguing. I'd love to see Sean as a live streamer.
Mhm.
But for me, like when I look back at it, um, that early 2019 period, we went to Ocean City, which was awesome. Saw a lot of good stuff in OC. Captured AFN's championship run. Had a great game of Bullets and Laney's. Had my phone smacked out of my hand. Got to hang out at your place all weekend
Undisclosed location.
at an undisclosed location,
Close to the beach.
close to the beach, many beaches. Eh.
I love that place. Man.
Yeah, dude. I hope we get a chance to go back there this year. I really do.
I mean, I would. I don't know, man.
Well, I'll find a way to get there some way, somehow. Even if I gotta sleep in my car.
It's even up there now.
Is it?
Real good.
Oh, good, good. I mean, I'm turning 30 that weekend, so I hope it does happen. But we had Ocean City. That was great. Then we had a good season at County, one of the best seasons we did. Then after that, we ran with Charm City. And then that fall, I felt like things really started blossoming with York and with Capital Classic and with County. And then Worlds happened. That was insane. And then COVID hit, and it seemed like stuff was going to be dead. But I kept saying for a while, I would sit there, I talk to you, I would talk to Jerome, and I'd say, once this whole thing starts dwindling down a bit, things are going to be great because this game's going to be better than ever. And I've watched flag football evolve into one of the premier games out there. Like at the same time, I found myself growing in something I really enjoy doing and something I want to help grow and contribute some way or another. And when East Coast Nationals hit, that was epic. That was awesome. Great gig. Loved it. Great time. Great people. Just great talent. I look forward to it. We're going to have more on that soon. Details are coming. And we saw that. We went to Nationals, Clash of York. Washington County was probably the best season. Could you say that was the best season of county you ever saw? Because of how uber competitive it was. Like we had the COVID season where we did our own tournaments. And that's kind of where I felt like we grew a lot was we went from being just media guys to like we're running tournaments, we're getting more games out there, we're encouraging guys to get work in, like we're helping to grow the league. And it's great to see a community come together and build the way we did in Washington County all those years. And then you see similar communities all around this country. You go to Owings Mills, you'll find that same kind of brotherhood and fellowship. You go over to Maffolder, it's the same thing. You go to York, you go over to Keystone, you go over to St. Louis. Like, yeah. Shout out to Lou. You go up to the North GCFFA, downstate. We all on the field when that clock starts. That's my enemy across from me. But as soon as the game's over, we're brothers in the end. We just compete like brothers do. And with TBT in the last couple of months, I've been like reevaluating what I want to do, how I want to do things. And what I want to do is find ways that can contribute and grow the game more. And, part of that and what we're doing going forward is we're going to be doing our broadcast. It's always going to have the same presentation. You're always going to get the quarterback view, the sideline view. If we get a booth, which Could happen, did not happen. It depends on the field, really. Maybe we'll have a nice setup in collaboration with another production company. I've always had those talks with Jerome Russo about doing collaborations. I've done it with him before. I've collaborated with Preston Shivers before. Anything we can do to improve the product, we're going to do. I've been trying to find a way to get a switcher to get 2 feeds. And it'd be something where it would be, if we could get one view from a sideline and one view from maybe not even a sideline, maybe just like way far back in the end zone where if the play does come to them, they can just simply back away. Yeah, something that can work. Like we're working on something like that. That's something I want to do going forward and work out with. We're looking to bring in more streamers to be part of the team. That's something we really want to do because with traveling and everything else, it's going to be harder and harder for places to get coverage, Like I do worry about Washington County. I do feel a little bad about walking away because, that's been my baby. That's been my thing for years. That's been my home, man. Yeah. Yeah. Like we had a whole chronology of this league from 2014 to 2020 in our library. Like you can go back and watch a 6-year span where it went from a dead league of 3 teams to being this league with all kinds of talent from York, from DC, from Baltimore, from Northern Virginia. That was all coming up there to Marty Snook on Saturdays. The sanctuary, the Lambeau Field of 9-man to us. Home, man, home to play. And that was awesome to be a part of that. Families watching, people hanging out. You know it's Marty Snook when you come in there, you smell it in the air. You trust me, you'll know when you do with Buddy Yoder. It's Marty. It's home. And, I hope guys can step up and do good. I'd like to see other guys succeed in this game. Like I tell you, I've been hyping up Preston Shivers for a bit. Him and Skinny, they do really good work at St. Louis. Keith Giles for KFFL. Recently, I've heard that Keith is going to be a big part of media potentially for that. That's what I've been hearing. I think he'll do really good. And, I'm not going to abandon Keystone. Like right now, on Saturday mornings, that's something I'm going to go ahead and say. We aren't finished with KFFL. That being said, the coverage is Try Hard Sports. It's Keith Giles all the way. I believe he's going to do great at it. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hoping for, man, because he deserves that opportunity, and it's good to get more people involved, and I would really love to see it happen. But, we're going to be up there. I'm going to ride up there still on Saturday mornings. I'd like to use KFFL as a chance to get guys out there who want to be able to learn the game a little bit on live streaming. And I don't mean going out there and filming. I mean going out there, observing or learning. If anybody wants to try it, if there's a case where Keith can't make it or he's unavailable, we can put a slot in. I'll cover it too if no one comes that day. Like, we're not officially done with that yet. We're going to try to be up there.
You must see me up there once in a while.
Yeah, like we're going to help out.
I got a lot of friends up there still.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we're going to be up there a little bit whenever, like, there's a chance to cover a game. If Keith needs a break or something like that, I'm going to cover for him. Because that's a lot to ask out of him to do all day. I know he's a warrior, though. He's a gladiator. He'll do what he can to get it done. I feel like
a lot of warriors up there.
That's gonna be an interesting league. We'll talk about that in some detail when we do our April preview show next month. And it's all part of what we're going to do going forward. Along with this, something we're doing is that for some leagues, I will admit, like for years, I've never had a contract of any league of any sort. Or any sort of deal with any league where coverage is going to be done a certain way. But like going forward, like for any deals of leagues or exclusive coverage of events such as like tournaments and all that, we're going to start offering advertisements. to anybody who wants to put an ad in for their company. Rates will depend on the gig. I'm going to like negotiate it with the tournament director on terms of each one because I want it to be something that benefits all parties if done. Um, Ads will run usually. Well, we're going to try to do it is during half times and between games at the very least. Depending on if we're filming like all the way through or if one game at a time, because it all varies on what tournament or league you do, really.
Depends on how much you want to pay.
Yeah. Well, right now with the
We could do,
payment,
like a whole halftime thing. Just
well, right now we're offering 2 minutes of ad space
right.
for each break, but that's a max, not a minimum. So let's just say, we have to stop in the middle of your ad and switch back to the field. That's not something against you. You're going to still get played a lot throughout the day because, there's always plenty of injuries. There's always going to be plenty of fights and plenty of half times. You're guaranteed to at least get probably about 10 minimum throughout the day because it's not going to be just on my stream. It could be on Ross's too. So you can potentially see it on both channels. That's another thing. We're expanding channel options. Right now we have a YouTube Team Blunt Talk. We offer that to anyone who prefers to be streamed on there because YouTube is and Facebook way different platforms. YouTube with that worldwide audience and reach. Facebook, you got to have an account and the quality ain't as good. YouTube also has the benefits of being able to draw a lot of people. We had like so far 33,000 viewers on Sunshine Bowl. Like that was a big success. That did bigger numbers than any Facebook Live we ever did. Yeah, and I feel like going forward as a whole, that's really good for the game because it gives more reach. And that's something we want to be able to do is provide the reach for the game to not just like the players watching later on or the guys at home who aren't there that day. Like I want people's families to see it. I want people across the country to see it. I want it to be something where, that time we were watching kickball randomly on YouTube Live because Maddox pulled it up. Yeah. That time we saw, that was so, oh man, that kickball stream was great. It was a random kickball game in like Rhode Island. And we were just chilling and watching. I was like, that's really awesome to see people doing that kind of stuff across the country. Because I feel like it's good for communities. It's good for growing a game. What's that?
We used to go to a channel that was like what they did. They did pick up sports. They played like softball. They played flag football. Their main thing was flag football. And it was just like two guys that brought all their friends together once in a while and just played football or whatever. It was cool.
That's really
fun to do around here.
I like to see that with more communities, man. I like how it's growing, dude. Like it's really great. And I want to be able to get back to the game. Like if anybody has something they want to get out there, they want to sell, they want to shill, they want to promote. We're doing anything we can that can benefit anybody. Guys out there, players, they got brands. Deion Page, Free Smoke, Corey Webb, Barbecue Chicken. It's a good way to promote teams, anybody, businesses, anybody looking to get ad space or anything like that. And it's not that we're going to run too many. Like I said, it's only when it's going to be necessary. We're not going to stop whole games for it. I'm not going to look at the ref and say ad break because that's not going to work, and I'm not going to do that. We're going to try to give you the best coverage we can always. No TV time. God, I hate TV timeouts. That's one of the judgments with the NFL is you see a touchdown and then the extra point. Yeah, game comes first every time here, man. We're all about the game, bro. Like we like it. This is the sport. And we're expanding coverage to other things. Like we said weddings earlier on. I want to do parties, I want to do concerts, I want to do events, I want to do funerals. That sounds all weird and stuff. One day you might see the Team Blunt Talk YouTube channel or Joey Blazes live. Here we are today at the funeral of Jim Smith. He passed away on Thursday. They might ask me to do commentary. I don't know. I offered them commentary at the wedding. I said I could do a live commentary of your wedding. Here comes the bride, all dressed in white, groom in the black. And we're live today? No. But like that's just what we're offering, man. Anything we can to like give you what you need. Like we film it, we stream it, we make it great. Anything we can, we'll give. And
It's good to have film on it. Really.
yeah, like I've always been a person who is like, yeah, if you want to look back, like if you your best memories are on film because they're the ones you're going to see later on down the line. Those are the moments. It'd be cool to watch old memories on VR or something like that, where you can basically like be like you're there. Like I kind of want to do that one day. Is like watch a video my dad shot of us at Christmas, but like watch it from a VR perspective to have how my dad saw that Christmas morning. I think that'd be a beautiful thing. That would be wild, you know. And I want people to be able to experience those memories and everything else. And so like that's what we're doing. We're expanding, we're growing. We're going to do more than what we've done before. And we're going to go out there and give our best from now till the end, whenever that is. And for us, like right now, I'm really optimistic of where things are going. Like I said, everything's negotiable. Hit us up. We're looking to take on as much as we can. We're looking to give time slots out. That's something we're doing going forward, is that there's going to be allocated slots for certain shows. Before we usually go, well, we're live this time. But, you know, there might be certain nights are blocked off. Like we are looking to launch a new show. And that's what we're getting into is now March, as we segue from one to the other. In March, we are launching a semi-pro / tackle football discussion show. It'll be me and Coach Crow of the DMV Legends. We had Crow with us at Sunshine Bowl. He did some great PA announcing. Really smart football mind. Really cool guy. He's a champion. He's a winner. He's part of one of, if not the best team in the country, by far, the DMV Legends. I've watched them play. They've gone out. They ball out. They play hard. They play tough. Our buddy Jay Black plays for them. Jonathan Mensah. Yeah. He's still sleeping.
Yeah. Just wake him up when it's football time.
But, you know, I'm really excited to see where all this goes. We're going to do that show 7:30 p.m. on Thursday nights, allocated to about 8:15, 8:30. Yes, there's a set end time. Isn't that weird? Yeah. We're going to discuss all the happenings in semi-pro, maybe talk about some of the happenings in the NFL as well. Just straight football talk. Joey Blaze, Coach Crow, Thursday night, 7:30. Ross in the background always. It's going to be a little different, you know. It's going to be a little different than our flag shows. Yeah. We're looking to go out and try to do some different things this year. This upcoming, yeah, and that is something we will have semi-pro coverage throughout the year. That's starting it out there now. Anybody watching from the semi-pro community, we're open to doing games. We're up for it. For what I've been told, we will have some games soon. No knowledge of coverage yet. You know, with COVID, it's give or take, man. It really is. You never know if you're going to have anything or not, you know, till maybe the last second. So we'll see. I'm sure we'll have something. But let's talk about what we do have so far for the month of March. Like I said, right now, next weekend, we really got no programming at the moment. Nothing is happening yet. If anybody has an event, a game, or anything they want streamed, let us know. We're always looking for something. Weekend after that, I'm pretty sure it's Ross's birthday, so.
Yep. It's like the 1 year COVID mark, too.
Yeah, it is.
First started, you know what I mean? I remember on my birthday last year, it was like the first started really being a problem.
Did you ever get compensated for those Caps tickets?
No. I don't think so. No.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Corona.
Yeah, a little shindig for my birthday, though. I wasn't mad about it.
Yeah, pretty fun.
Yeah, you were there. Played a couple games.
Yeah. Had a good time.
Hung out with a couple people. It was a good time.
Let's do it again this year.
Yeah.
But I'll still take some gigs if anybody has anything, if anybody has something. Like I said,
I'm
concerts,
always down to take
funerals,
more.
weddings, football. We're doing everything, man. We're going out. Like, let's just cover anything and everything. Let's have fun. That being said, we're not going to have shows about everything. You're not going to have a blunt talk about somebody's wedding. Maybe that is an option. If you want to come on air and talk about your wedding, call in your mother-in-law, call in some random guy.
You never know, man. We could go live from a wedding.
Could be live from a wedding.
A show from a wedding.
The show's from the wedding. We sit there.
Wedding guests pop in, say what they like about the groom or the bride or whatever.
Yeah.
Could do something like that.
We have call-ins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that'd be wise choice. You never know.
So their grandma can call in.
We're
And say,
open for anything.
yeah, open for discussion. Like right now, if y'all want to call in, click the link. Say something. Say anything. But look at the events we got going forward. The weekend after that, we will be at the DMV FFL 5 and 8-man tournament. Craig Mims, the Nitro tournament. Looking forward to it. Him and his company always putting together good tournaments. Really looking forward to that. You and I will have coverage, Ross.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
I can't, man. I'm excited about that.
I'm excited for that too, dude. It's going to be really awesome. I'm really excited to get out there and cover some 8 and 5s again. Some real good competition out there. DMV FFL, they run good tournaments. They run fun tournaments. Like, I love the work they do. We'll have a blunt talk for that, as well as a documentary prior to it about the tournament we were at last October.
I was going to say.
Yes, sir.
Because they do like a spring and a fall one or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they have that. The fall one last year, last October, they had that tournament. Yeah, we'll have one for that. That's going to be awesome. Yeah. And you'll get to see the good games and highlights of that event. We'll have that prior to it. Look forward to that show sometime that week, probably aiming for as close as we can to the weekend. So that way it's fresh in everybody's mind come Saturday morning. You want to do a Friday night? We never do Friday night shows.
Why not?
Well, we should do it. You know what? Yeah, for once we don't have to drive like 3.5 hours. Right? Yeah. Let's give it a good. Yeah, I like this. We'll talk about it later. We got some good coverage coming. You're gonna love the work we're putting in 2021. Yes, sir. And it's gonna get even better the next weekend. I will be at the YAFFL 8-man tournament. That's going to be really awesome. Just win 8s. Looking forward to that. We will be talking about that on tomorrow night. I will be on Hanover FC with Brandon Dietz, and we will be talking about it, going over it. If you are interested in entering that tournament, let us know. Inbox me, inbox Brandon Dietz. They have a pretty good product up there in York. Looking forward to that kickoff tournament. Should be a really good time up there. I'll have coverage for both days. We'll have full blunt talk coverage that weekend. And that's something we're going to be really big into in 2021. Tournaments we're going all out for. We're talking media nights where we're going to have some colleagues on the air to talk about it. Similar to what we did at Nationals, which I got to say, Nationals was awesome, man. That was some of the most fun coverage we had. Really wish we had a chance to do predictions, but yeah, it's going to be even better next year, man, because I've learned a lot from last year's coverage. We're going to have the best of the best next year. I'm really excited for that, but we're going to be giving wall-to-wall coverage of Nitro and of Just Win 8s. We're talking about that Friday, Saturday, Sunday format. We'll do a Friday night show at Ross's, and we'll recap it on Saturday when we get back from Nitro, if we can, if the time provides. We'll find a way if we cannot. And if not, we'll have a nice one on Sunday as well. We're going to be doing that. Look out, ATA Warriors, Ross, coming back strong. That's what Corey McKell says in the comments right now. Hey, I like what they do.
Yeah, I remember covering them last
year. Yeah, I covered them too a couple times. Yeah, they're a pretty good team.
And they went to that Windy Hill thing or whatever.
Yo, they had that really good game at that Chesapeake Flag League tournament where They played against Misfits.
Yeah.
Dude, that was an awesome game, bro. That felt like I was at a 9-man game. It got intense.
I bet.
Like that was some fun football, man.
I bet.
Really look forward to seeing them again in that tournament. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of these different teams. We're covering different things. We really diversed our coverage last year. Like we went from a year of covering, you got to think, we started out with Washington County. And then we started traveling to some tournaments that were close by or
Right.
reasonable.
Right.
And then the next thing you know, you're covering 8, 5, 7s, 4s,
Mhm.
and it's for all these different leagues. You go to YFFL, you go to DMVFFL, you go to FFWCT, you go to the UFFL, you go around everywhere, you meet people across the way. It is a wonderful world out there in flag football right now. And this upcoming year, we are going to give to you the best of the best of the best. The bestest of the best you'll get. Best there is, best there was, but not the best there ever will be because it's going to get bester than that next year. I'm ready, dude. I'm hyped. That's all we got a lot going on this year. March is going to be legit. We're going to have a really good time. Like I said, DMV FFL Nitro, March 20th, 21st. You and I, Ross Collins, will be there with coverage. I'm pretty sure some guys there might go live too. I'm pretty sure Tyler will probably sneak one in or two because he loves doing it. Shout out to Tyler, man. Big part of the team. Always been key to what we've done.
He's good at it.
Yeah. He's a natural at it, man.
Commentary is some of the best.
Some of the best, yeah.
He gets hyped.
He does. His call on DMart's touchdown and the Nationals tournament against Rollers is one of the best calls for a touchdown you ever hear. I look forward to editing that footage soon. A lot of good stuff. We'll have some more updates. I want to use this kind of a placeholder for some things. Nationals footage is a lot. I finished all the stuff on the Joey Blaze account. I'm on day 2 of the Ross Collins account. Just finished the Wolfpack Elite Rebels game. We got about how many did you shoot? You shot more than me and Jerome, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure you shot more than what Jerome and I did.
I'm pretty sure I did too.
Yeah, because you were grinding to the very end of the night that weekend. I think that was the most you ever did.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Better than the day job.
It was more fun. I didn't want to stop. I was like, man.
It's fun, dude. We love this shit.
Keep it going.
We love this shit, dude. I love it. That's what I say. Sometimes I'm out there and I'm like, you know what? Just keep giving me games, man.
I've learned to love streaming as much as I love playing.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm part of the game every time.
Yeah.
I want to bring the people.
And it's like you get the views that no one else gets. You get to be at the yeah, like it's so much fun, dude.
I know the best view for the viewers isn't always behind the camera, but as a streamer or behind the quarterback, but as a streamer, I feel like the best is behind the quarterback because you're right up there in it.
Yeah.
And it's just you feel like it's part of the game.
I would say this. There's 3 angles you can get. Actually, there's 4. You could do behind the quarterback. That's the traditional angle. That's the one all the old live streamers shot at from the beginning. Which you get the trench war. But that works only in certain styles. Like you can only use that in certain like angles. Like 9-man, you shoot like that because the trench war. And you get to see the quarterback in peril. With our technology now, the way Zooms work, it's way easier to see shots of catches now. Like it's gotten so good. That view is so great now. Sideline, you feel the intensity of the players around you. You, which makes for a great pre-play atmosphere. And then the reaction when they get a big stop or a big first down. And then sometimes the play does end up right in front of you. And you get to capture where it happens. Like, yeah, you didn't catch the quarterback in peril, but you got the moment it happened. Yeah.
six.
We know we don't quite know how it started, but we know how it ended. And that's the biggest part that matters the most. And then you look at the booth view. Booth, you get the whole field. You get to dissect the play from a coaching standpoint because you can see the formations and everything else. I felt like that year at Greencastle really was different because teams were allowed to see formations from a high angle that they were never given the benefit before, which changed game planning and everything else.
You get book a trip.
Yeah. I will say though, as a streamer, that's my least favorite angle. Like I've never been a fan of the booth because with the booth, don't get me wrong, it's cool to shoot from, you get good shots, but you lose that on the field atmosphere that I think makes flag football great.
That's why I said I know I don't commentate as much as some of the people out there, but I commentate more than other people out there. But for me, I want you all to get the sounds of the game, to feel like you're there. And then
Yeah.
I'll update you. Of course, we do scoreboards and stuff now, so that's great. That's way.
Yeah.
People still ask what the score is for some reason. We're right there on the screen, but whatever.
Sometimes you get the score wrong because you somehow missed a conversion.
You get to update it sometimes, especially on extra points and stuff. But we always correct it.
Or you do what I did and you didn't see the actual conversion because the ref in your view says down, but the ref out of your view went this. And you didn't see it because you looked away.
Try to watch the whole field. Sometimes you miss
it can be hard depending what your angle you're at. Like, and then and then there's the end zone, the secondary angle that Tyler started doing a lot lately. Where Cash was doing it too. And there was that incident where they thought he was a safety, and he tried to get off the field and tripped and fell. It's a tough job, man. Sometimes you fall and get hurt. Like Cash tripped and fell. I got ran over a few times. I've been hit. My been knocked to the ground.
New York when I was in.
You had your injured knee ran into. Wasn't that Guzman from Prime Time? He just started watching too. Yeah, he ran into your injured knee. You're recently, just a week earlier, injured ACL.
It was my fault. I couldn't get out of
it was hard, yeah. Like you gotta be careful sometimes.
But my whole right leg was straight. I could not bend it.
Sometimes you don't even see it coming. Like a Capital Classic, like I was filming a quarterback going behind me, and my back was to the defense, and one of the players like just pushed me over just to get by. But knocked my hammer out and everything. Like I've had players just run into me before. I've had a back pedal. Like you get caught in the line of fire sometimes.
Especially when you're down the field. That's one thing you gotta remember too. You gotta get out of the way.
Yeah. And like
if I ever get ran into or anything like that, I'll always blame myself and not the players.
No, sometimes you blame the players, like the time.
Unless they're deliberately, unless I'm like 5 yards away from the play.
No, I'm referring more to the time I was at an Immortals game with the Ship Flip Gators, and on the play, I was standing in the end zone. I guess I wasn't quite out of bounds, but I thought I was back enough that I wasn't going to be hit, and I turned and shot Lurie catching it. And as Lurie catches it, you hear me get bumped. I go, ugh. And I pan to the ground. And Black from Immortals, AFN, Misfits had ran into me. And instead of like me getting knocked over, he was like laying on the ground. He hit a brick wall. He had told me like he was looking at Lurie catching it and running still. It just happens that way sometimes. I bodied him, man. Oh man. Poor Black. He got bodied by me. That's embarrassing. How did he get bodied by Joey Blaze? Bro.
It'd be like that sometimes. Not for me.
If you line up against me though, I'd probably thrash you.
I feel like it's happened at least once.
You played against me playing guard. I am not a guard. I was miscasted as a guard on the Ducks. Daddy told me I was going to be guard. I was like, okay. I knocked your brother over though,
We play.
but he's like half your size.
You forget about the time we went out to Shepherdstown there and had a little get together practice type deal.
And I played like shit because it was
you
the
played
first.
wide receiver and I played corner, or
Yeah.
vice versa.
Yeah.
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 You called that one though.
I did.
I was really surprised you called.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe you called it.
You know,
I caught that one. I think you were one for. You had one reception out of 5 targets. I think
that was fucking bad. It sucks because like I can run. I know how to run routes. I just can't fucking catch. Like I was trying out for 5-man and thinking I'm gonna come in there and help TBBT win, and then you all didn't play me, and I was like, all right.
Don't even go there, bro.
Well, you all put me in.
Dude, you got offered to play a bunch of times.
No one put me in. No one put me in.
Put you in, dude.
I had cleats in,
we were
bro.
all rotating.
Bruh, I had flags on and cleats on. Why would I be sitting with flags on?
If there was ever a team out
Pointless argument, move on. Anyways.
That rotated.
Pointless argument, move on.
That was the best rotational team I've ever played for.
That was one of the best teams we ever had.
We all got tired of shit.
I love that team. No, that was a good team though. We needed more depth, but like that was a good team.
We were good.
Yeah. We beat the Misfits.
Ryan Rao out there dropping bombs.
Ryan Rao was a beast.
Ryan
Rao, man. Looked like Mike Demart out there.
Man, he came straight off the bank. He didn't even play flag football for a solid.
He hadn't played quarterback in 3 years.
He didn't play for a long time.
Ryan Rao, bro. Good old Ryan Rao.
Jut said, 5-man big man needs to happen again.
I'm working on it. I am working on it.
We'll make that happen. Let's do that for my birthday. That's why I want for my birthday.
Where the hell are we going to play?
Oh, man, we'll figure it out.
Gaplin Park.
I'll figure it out. Hell, man. There was still snow in there the other day.
Pleasant Valley Elementary School.
All the trees.
Terrible.
Half the field was still snow, bro. I looked at it the other day.
That's don't ever play there in the snow.
I drive by there like every day, so I just happened to look.
Yeah, don't ever play there ever in the snow.
It's only an 80-yard field, and
it's not even 80; it's 70.
It's wet.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, and you can't play half the field sometimes because
we're in the middle of a drought. Don't play.
We played that Turkey Bowl one year, and there was like 3 ponds growing on the whole field. Yeah.
I'm trying to have a couple practices there.
Home of the Brunswick Railroaders, though.
One time we got kicked out of the field in Boonesboro and went there, and everybody's like, "This place is crap."
Yeah.
And we ended up going somewhere else.
Yeah. It was literally he just put goalposts on a grassy knoll and said, "This is the field." Yeah.
Not sure exactly how quite long it is, but
70.
They have goalposts though.
Yeah.
But you're at your own risk kicking it to the ones.
You can play 5-man there. You can play 5-man with field goals. I don't know how that's going to work, but you can try it.
No, I feel like it's bigger than 5-man, but not big enough for 9-man.
It should just be condemned.
We should do 6-man.
We should do instead. Set the whole field on fire and ash the whole ground so nothing can be played there ever again. An ice skating rink in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
In Maryland.
Yep.
Right. Anyways. Well, that's another announcement I want to make. So I keep looking at the jerseys and I'm thinking about it. We're also offering, if anybody wants to make TBT merchandise that they want to try to sell or anything, let us know. We'll talk details. We're looking for some vendors. We have a guy. He's cool, man. He made this one and this one and this one. He made the logo after I told him what I wanted. So he made it happen. I couldn't have done that because I'm a terrible artist. I was a C student in art. Ross, you were a D student, I believe you said. Yeah.
Barely. I barely made D.
Barely made D.
I got kicked out of music my first year of high school, freshman year.
Yeesh.
I had to do art, and it took me all the way to my senior year to get my 2 art credits that I needed or whatever.
I'm proud of you.
And I barely made it.
But I gotta give a shout out to, I keep looking at the wrong angle, Rob Lane for this jersey. You know, I love that, man. Like that's gonna hang every week. Like that's the best. That's great. I fucking love that one. Like big shout out to Rob Lane for that. You know, shout out of course like the TBT logo. I kind of came up with it one day thinking about it. I thought it'd be a cool idea to run the NWO logo. Huh? Do you have your, oh, you have your blood. Oh, nice. You got yours on nice. We have the St. Patty's Day theme one, green and white. It's a great one, man. You know, I really love the stuff we do, but like we're looking for more to do more. We're looking to grow. We're looking to build. We got a lot coming in March. We got.
I'm gonna make 5-man big man happen.
You want to make it happen?
I'm gonna make it happen.
Good luck. But like we're gonna make it happen. It's gonna be great. We're gonna do great. We got Coach Crow's the 9 new show. Meet us at the 50, I believe it's called. Can't wait for that one. Thursday night, 7:30. YouTube live. Team Blunt Talk will have that.
When are we starting that? This Thursday?
Thursday coming up. Yep. Right. Part of the new schedule. This is the new year. Tomorrow is New Year's Day for us. March 1st, the start of the new football year, man. March 1st, yeah, it is. The off season's over. We're back in business. We're back to work. We're back to doing what we love the most for the people we love the best. I think I want to reverse those 2 words, though. I think I got it backwards. Yeah. You know what I mean. But I love it. I want more of it. Let's do it, man. This is going to be great. It's going to be lit. It's going to be legit. Can't wait. March is going to be awesome. DMV FFL Nitro. 5s and 8s, March 20th, 21st, Westminster, Maryland. We will be live, Ross Collins and I. And then a week later, Just Win 8s, YAFFL. That's going to be on March 27th, 28th, Hanover, Pennsylvania. I'll be live for that one. YouTube live for that one. Facebook live for Craig's tournament in the DMV FFL. It's going to be lit. It's going to be legit. We can't wait. Let's make it great. Anyways, anyhow, anywho, for Ross Collins, I'm Joey Blaze. We'll see you Thursday night for Meet Us at the 50, as well as possibly another show at 9. We'll see what's happening around that time. I will be on Hanover FC tomorrow night. 9 p.m. Brandon Dietz and I tune in for that. We'll be discussing Just Win 8s. Gonna be a great time. If you thought it was crazy back at Marty Snook, or thought it was crazy at South, or Gettysburg, or Baltimore, or North, or Ocean City, or Greencastle, or Baltimore again, or York, or DC, or Worlds, or East Coast Nationals, or even semi-pro, DMV FFL, Nationals, Nitro, Just Win 8s, Sunshine Bowl. Here we go. It's going to be lit. It's going to be legit. And we'll see you this March.